Rakan is one of Chime's strongest, most consistent picks through and through.
They're going with the ED strat. Rely on that Jinx.
Yeet.
Jinx Tahm Kench to keep her safe. The Azir for the self-peel. And there's the other half of that duo.
It's been a bit of time since we've seen TK come through, but it feels like the last time when he was making his way through a lot of the drafts.
Bottom lane runs all the way up, so TSM, they get off of it.
And they're starting it with the Ornhorn right now. Johnson knocked up on the back end, but Aphromoo, the first one to get hit and blasted down. It's fairly early, or not quite yet. So TSM, they continue with that. They get the ult and the charm and more onto Johnson. Very collected in what the play that they were going for was.
So TSM, they pulled all the way off this Rift Herald, and Aatrox was in the river, but because TSM had been sweeping, it was all Fog of War, and Aphromoo right up into the lane just gets run over. Great call from TSM to just get off that Rift Herald. But I think FlyQuest needed a little bit more vision and communication.
Into these next altercations against TSM, who feel like they're very clear. They want to go for the spot play. They get some knock up on the Aphromoo, but
split on the fight. It's 4v4.
Vise channeling up and over the wall. They'll get the knock up and more, and the charm to follow on Jose de Oro, who even tried to flash. They're willing to punish it. They will, and that's what they have been doing.
Ult for ult trade here in a mid lane. Maple gets that.
And making sure
they're going for it.
They do have to be very wary of this collapse from Philip. He won't be seen until he's too close to be doing something about it. The responsive teleport coming in over from the mid side. Charm onto Philip. Spica marked down low. Isolation onto Tactical, who has to flash out of the pit. Do FlyQuest decide to continue up? Philip, with his World Ender activated, gets charmed up. A little bit of a knock-up. Horn coming on through. Knock-up onto Aphromoo, who had Philip.
They actually charged him away from it. Maple looks like he's going to live here if he doesn't mess around.
Oh, Philip alone. Tower about to go down, and that was his goal ultimately. So collapsed upon by TSM. They claim this kill. Another hit will do it. Tack has quietly some objectives taken. Philip always a target as of late. Pulls back Tactical, which ushers in the attendance of Chime.
Can actually get through the Ornn, and they get the sneak attack.
Oh, into the back by going for Takoi. There is a teleport coming through from Philip, but there's already been a live loss for TSM.
Oh, ejected!
So the two chunked away from Poppy here. Maple flashes over. The response from Aphromoo. He was trying to get that Q hit, but couldn't quite do it. Maple is looking for an angle here on the Ahri. Does have the ultimate, does have more Call of the Forge God, seeing what they can get the knockup on. Spica, though, effectively brought out of the fight. Again, some stuns here into the backline, and Chime, he wants to go for the battle dance, but Takoi, he's so strong. He got that spike before, and he's going for more. Solo also backed off.
There's no hope at a jungle steal, but maybe they can pull out some miracles. Maple fishing around. He's got a Banshee's Veil. He's actually flanked upon by Jose.
Oh, they're ready to turn if needed. Phil takes the brunt of that. A charm onto Jose de Oro ends his life, but they get the Baron in the meantime. They will gladly sacrifice the jungle. Dive past the line of intent so they can take this tier 2 down. Chime looking for the angle, though. They have the intel on side of FlyQuest, and they threw down with a Call of the Forge God. A lot of damage right at the top. A charm onto Jose de Oro. The majority of TSM have been grouped up, though, because you do...
That Tahm Kench ult will save so many lives. Spica, what?
That only hits so hard for Ornn. He's a pretty brutish-looking dude, but eventually gets it on down. So FlyQuest, they have that knowledge, though, and because of that tier 2 going down, it gives Solo that agency to rejoin the rest of the team. Aatrox was pulled towards that side. So now, preemptively, Jose de Oro, he doesn't want to get collapsed upon, and Solo is here to do just that. Teleport coming in for FlyQuest side. The ultimate directly onto Chime, who has to go into stasis after getting on the battle dance and the rest of the team, but he have 2 casts from it, so he can create even more distance. Members of FlyQuest, and one of them was Johnson. He even got exhausted before he goes down. The collapse onto Aphromoo. Tactical way into the back. Should be able to slide on through. Featherstorm drop down. Doesn't even have to recall it just yet. That's so nice because of the double charges. You can actually pass so much distance as long as you have your teammates there. And the follow-up, see if TSM want to do anything else with this. Jose de Oro going on through FlyQuest. They're on the pursuit, and they have the teleport behind them, so this tells them they have to back off. One knocked away. Solo no longer in the vicinity because Poppy has something to say about it. Spica marked fairly low, but Chime again.
But he does, as the Poppy ejection, and there's no DBS on him. He's going back to base. He heals up. They're on the Baron. They're trying to bait him over.
Oh, FlyQuest starting it up. TSM surrounding them. Philip, he's zoning off Solo and Maple. Solo being such a heavy engage, but he doesn't have the ultimate available for him for the rest of TSM.
This Dragon Soul fight.
Oh, here we go. Solo, Call the Forge God, doesn't end up hitting the follow-up here. A lot of tempered movement on both sides. FlyQuest, oh, but look at the burst down. They lock him down. They get that pick onto Aphromoo. That's a go button for TSM. A knock-up to follow up. They take down Takui. TSM are rolling over this fight. Philip with World Ender in the center of them all. But the dish back is actually pretty good. Tactical has to be careful. Jose Deodo also on the outskirts. Philip hitting that stopwatch, going in stasis. Johnson, he's pulling in the autos into Solo, but he flashes over the wall. Spica, the next one to potentially fall, but they put the kill onto Johnson. So much of that damage is out of it. 3 for 1 so far in TSM's favor. My goodness.
Point blank Vi ulted now, turning their sights towards this Baron. FlyQuest have respawned though. Takui's got an unleashed teleport. The Azir could arrive too. TSM, this is so dangerous. Spica's so low.
He is. Takui's here. Ornhorn again. Can Solo get the knockback? On the outside of the pit. Can it go for it? But Solo and the rest of the team, they're zoning them off so much. FlyQuest can't get in it. One of them gets charmed. Philip on the outskirts again. Aphromoo is still so high and blasted on down. Jose Deodo eliminated. 2 down. The efforts to fight away from Takui. But TSM again. 3 for 1.
Maple with a spellbook smite inside the pit finishes it off. Here's a look at the earlier one. There was no Poppy W involved in this one. That was just a straight face plant into the wall. It's funny we're going this far back. The observers really wanted to get that troll onto Solo, but this is the fight that got them to the Baron setup. And there was a lot of damage done here from Johnson and Philip. Philip was a massive frontline. Jumped in on the Aatrox with that Gore Drinker healing. Bought a lot of space, a lot of damage for Johnson to make it pretty close. And this is why they got Spica so low, or how they got him so low. The heal from Tactical came in there at the very last second too to heal him back up. But this is the crazy part. They immediately went over to Baron, and then as FlyQuest are all respawning, Jose is alive. Jose is there. The Poppy is in. Solo ults them inside, but then they're focusing on the team fight. And so Poppy's outside the pit, and it's just Maple in there with the Spellbook Smite. His true damage pullback on his Q and his Spellbook. They get it. They chase off the rest of the members of FlyQuest. They took him down, and they win the fight on top of getting the Baron. Left here with the power. The Ornn ult comes through.
Going for it.
Jose?
Targeted towards the bot lane, and the charm onto Jose, but he's able to disengage from it. All the while, though, TSM again
also has the Cloud Dragon extra move speed to kite with.
You saw that channeling coming through from Spica, and the answer is good. Knocking over the wall, Jose Deodo marked down low. Chime out of stasis, and the Poppy ultimate onto Solo again. And Chime, he's the subject of Takui right now, but the rest of the team is here to follow up. Maple on the outskirts flashes after hitting his own Zonias here, and Aphromoo spitting out Johnson. Can he do enough? No. TSM, they answer it back onto FlyQuest. They kill every single one of the green side of this team. TSM clip the wings of FlyQuest, overcoming the first hurdle of their lower bracket run. It's always such a different feel when you're looking at one of the teams that starts in the lower bracket. They get no excuses. They get no moments of reprieve. No redo if you mess it up once. And it's so important here at the start to get that footing. And that's what TSM were able to achieve and set the bar right for all the fans cheering them on.
Emotion on the side of FlyQuest. The season ends here.